What's going on, guys? My name is Joe. I am the coach of the Season 4 Tacoma Tyranitars in the Reddit Battle League. This is our Week 3 game against Frosty Alpha, coach of the Golden State Wartortles. If you're wondering why this is Week 3 instead of Week 2, check the Team Builder video, I kind of explain it there. So this is the team matchup. A lot of really scary things on his team because his team is really good. One thing I'm very happy not to see is Hawlucha, because I don't feel like I prepped as well as I probably should have for Hawlucha. Looking at his team here, he has 4 things that can Volt Switch or U-turn. So, I don't know what he's going to lead off with. So I just decide to go with Tyranitar because I get a lot of good switch options from that due to the Sand synergy on my team. So here we go. He leads off with Greninja. He might have low kick, and that's not a chance I'm willing to take this early in the game. So I go into something immune to low kick, and I figured U-turn was a pretty good option as well for him, but I don't lose a ton by eating that U-turn. He goes into Audino. I love this matchup because I have Sledge Wave, and I will one-shot him because I am Choice Specs. So he protects, just scouting my move probably. And I don't kill him because he protects, but I'm going to try again because I would really love to get this Audino out of the way. Goes into Fortress, good play. He's immune. He's probably going to start setting up hazards. So while he sets up his hazards, I'm going to try this Agility Baton Pass thing that I'd planned on. You know, it sounded cool. Let's see if it actually works. So he switches out into Amoonguss here. And I know what he's going to do. He's going to try to Spore me. I've played it against an Amoonguss before. I know this game. The Amoonguss game. Sometimes I don't feel like I know Pokemon, but whatever. So I go into my thing that eats up the Spore with safety goggles, and I start setting up because I know he doesn't have knockoff on this thing. He can't have knockoffs on this thing. And so he can't really touch me. He can hold me down a little bit, but the more he lets me set up, the worse it's going to be long term for him. I predict this switch, and I do under half, so I just decide in order to get him under half and do neutral damage, I'll go for a Giga Drain and do a Shadow Ball the following turn. He switches out, so I still get some health back, and here comes the stall game. Or so he thinks, or so I thought at least. He decides he doesn't want to play the stall game because I'm setting up, so he just tries to kill me, but at this point it's a little bit too late for Mega Audino to do a ton to my Uxie here. At this point, I didn't predict him to go into Mew, but you know, it was a pretty good play. But Uxie does not care about Mews at this point in its life. Here comes the Talonflame. That hurts a lot. If he'd gotten a crit, or if he'd whittled me down a little bit more in advance, he very well could have stopped this. But Uxie is just too good. And in case you couldn't tell by the comments or the general situation, this is a Uxie Yellow Luigi sweep. Now, that said, I still think it was a very good game against Frosty. I'm happy with the outcome, obviously. It's our first win of the season, and it's a big win. I don't think Frosty played or prepped terribly. I don't think anyone has ever intentionally prepped for a Uxie that might get agilities and get to +3, +3, +3. That's just not something you see every day. So I don't think he did poorly by not having a specific counter for that. I guess the only thing I really could have seen him doing that he didn't do was knock off my safety goggles and then put me to sleep, but in these kinds of situations it isn't always the easiest to think that clearly. I'm very aware of that. I've made plenty of dumb mistakes myself. Not to say that his mistake was dumb. Like I said, I don't think anyone prepares for a +3, +3, +3 Uxie. But I'm rambling at this point. Good game to my opponent, Frosty Alpha. I'll leave his channel in the description. Yellow Luigi is the MVP of the team at this point. The Godslayer Yellow Luigi might have to change to some kind of Yuxi team next season or something, I guess. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.